In this assignment, you're going to be learning overlap and follow through. So overlap and follow through is something that happens naturally if there's a larger body that's moving and then comes to a stop, then other things will follow through. So for example, you're in a car and the car comes to a stop. What do? You keep moving forward. Hopefully you stop and don't go through your windshield. But that's basically overlap and follow through. And we'll do it with, in this case, it's going to be more like a spring, but we're going to be doing a ball and tail. Maybe you'll have a cape later on that you animate. So it follows the motion of the main thing, and then we'll overlap that motion. So first, let's start off by animating the bottom of this. Now remember to be in pose mode. Don't forget that. I'm going to set my first keyframe, and I'm going to, let's have it just take a second. So 124 frames, 1 second. And let's move it over here and set another keyframe. So by default, it'll kind of move like that. It does a slow in and slow out, but I want it to be faster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure these are selected, these keyframes. Right click and then easing mode. And we want to do ease out because you see the sharp line at the beginning means it'll be faster, and then rounded means it'll be slow. So this is what it looks like by default. I want to do it a little more exaggerated. So if I right click and then go into interpolation mode, I have easing strength, and I can choose the strength. So the more dramatic the curve, the stronger that'll be. So let's do the strongest one just so you can see what that looks like. I don't want it that strong. So I'll go maybe down to, let's try this one. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. So I've got my main motion. Now I'm going to animate these top ones. Now I've already got this set up in the file for you as individual origins, but by default normally it's median. So if I rotate these, they're all going to rotate at the same time or in the same direction. But if I change this to individual origins, when I rotate, it's going to bend the object. So I'm going to go back to my beginning of my timeline, and I'm going to press I or K to insert keyframe. And I've got my first keyframe on all these bones. And then as it's moving forward, I'm going to rotate that. So the faster it's moving, the more dramatic I would want that motion to be. And then when it comes to a stop, so maybe another keyframe there. And then when it comes to a stop, it's going to flip the other way. And then I'll go 1, 2, 3 just to give me some timing. And I'm going to flip it back the other way, insert my keyframe, just give it like 3 frames in between. And then I'm just doing slightly less every time until it goes back to normal. Then Alt R will reset the rotation. So let's take a look at our animation here. Oh, I didn't set the keyframe on the end there. So Alt R resets rotation, insert keyframe. In the next assignment, you'll animate the ball and tail, and you'll want to offset the animation here, but you'll see that in the video.